Hi, welcome back to Knits and Bolts Costume Design, and I'm Rebecca. This video is releasing on Memorial Day 2022. Please don't forget to remember those that give the ultimate sacrifice so that we can be free. And this video will be the conclusion of a collaboration with Bookhoarding with Bianca and other CosTube creators in the Great CosTube Sew Off. This video will be featuring the Showstopper. Come on, let's see how this turns out. I'm so glad to have made it to the Showstopper. If things turn out and I am pleased with the outcome of my outfit, then I'm okay with that. So I'm ready to get started. So the goal is to complete a UFO. So over a year ago, I was invited to a wedding and I made a skirt for that wedding, circle skirt. I was going to have a petticoat underneath it and I just didn't get it finished. I didn't have enough tulle to even make a floppy petticoat, something like that one. I made that one a little bit later for another outfit, but as you can see, it's not very foofy. So we are going to turn all of this into a foofy petticoat. I am using a tutorial from Kirilee Cosplay, and I did the math. She did all of hers in meters, so I had to do the math so I could see what it would come out for me. There you can see a little better. So I have 3 tiers. One tier has 2 layers. So I've got my math done. I know exactly how much I need for each tier. So I am now going to take my strips that I cut out originally and I'm going to measure these out, and I am going to start putting them in my little piles into the appropriate yardage so that I can get them sewn together. So I didn't have enough strips to complete the layers like I mentioned earlier. Everyone knows that tulle is a evil being to deal with. So with this piece of tulle, what I've done is I've taken my mat and I've measured off the width of my strips. Now mine will be a little bit smaller than what Kirilee has in her video, but this is what I'm working with. So I've measured that off. I folded this last little piece of tulle on this section of tulle in half the best I can. I have pinned it in place since my cutting table's a little bit squidgy, and then I have pinned it at the top. I don't know if you can see the pins, they're right up here, and that'll allow me to cut along this edge and get a straighter edge, and it'll also allow me to clean up this side that's a little squidgy where I was cutting it before. This will give me some more strips, and then we may have to come up with another plan once I start cutting the fuller piece. So right over here I have a tulle that I purchased to make up the difference of what I was lacking. So that's like the full width of the tulle, and I think there's like 4 or 5 yards there. So we'll come to how to deal with that later.
One eternity later.
Don't forget to wrap your needles in masking tape before you throw them away.
Thousand years later.
Show you how I joined my ribbons together. So this is the end of one ribbon, this is the end of the other, and this is the end of the other. So I folded the new ribbon around this way, and I folded the other ribbon this way and them together. There's no fraying. It's encapsulated and there's no raw edges. I'm attaching my ribbon. I sewed it, laid my tool over the edge, just overlapped it a little and sewed it. And then when I fold it over, it, it takes care of that raw edge of the tool. So this is one layer of the third tier of my petticoat, all the way down there. So what I'm doing is I'm marking 8 equal points on this tier so I can match it up to the tier above. Here's how I'm marking my 8 equal sections on my tiers. I'm using small safety pins. This will prevent, an episode of the floor is lava. And then I can just match up my pins. Almost done. Putting ribbon over between the second and the first tiers. That only leaves a waistband. I'm getting there. Time is running out. I think other contestants are excited about my foofy petticoat.